In this demonstration, we're going to show how T&E time is administered in UnitsPro. Go ahead and log in as a foreman and take a look at my jobs. And we have a storm call-out job, which is being priced on T&E. This foreman previously administered time on 7/13 and now needs to enter time for 7/14. We begin our day, validate that this is the crew we had yesterday. We can adjust this crew as necessary. Going in here, and we can inactivate individuals. Down here, we can go ahead and add crew members as required. We validate our equipment that we had yesterday is still correct. Again, we can inactivate equipment, or we can add rental equipment or own equipment as appropriate. Once our roster is correct, we can close this and go off to work. Office now has the information they need to send in the storm rosters to the owner. As work is being assigned to us and completed, we go into our end of day. Many crews will just keep this open during the day and increment it as they go. So our first task of the day, we choose a task, and we were assigned standby, waiting for our first ticket. We did that for 1 hour. And that puts it to the standby code, and we go next. No comment is appropriate. And after that hour, we were assigned a ticket. So we go ahead and open this up, choose our task. The ticket that we're on is not here, so we're going to add it. It's going to be ticket 456, and put a description of that, 5678 North Street, whatever's on the ticket that was provided. These are our phase codes. Many owners require that the tickets not only be priced independently, but they be broken up into capital and maintenance expenses. Replacement is maintenance. Replacement is capital, and repair is maintenance. So we're going to put both of those on this job, and we can mark this as complete if we think we're going to complete it here when we do our time entry. Not quite sure yet, so we'll leave that open, and we're going to go in, and we worked on that for 4 hours. Okay, and we go next, and it parses those 4 hours against the phase codes. It puts it all on the first one, but we actually did do about an hour's worth of repair work. So we'll put an hour there. That redistributes the time. We go next, put our comments in. Replaced 2 poles. Repaired secondary. And add that. And now we're up to 5 hours. Work rules require that after 5 hours we take a lunch break. So we're going to go on our lunch break before we ask for our next ticket. Choose our task. So work group task, it's a non-compensated meal. As far as the hours go, these individuals, based on how the job is set up in UnitsPro, will get a reimbursement for that meal. And this will trigger that reimbursement. And no comments applicable here. So now we're up to 5 hours of compensated time and a half hour of non-compensated time. Let's go ahead one more ticket. And we actually got sent back to this one. So let's keep that easy. And we worked on that for another 5 hours. And we're going to go next. And I'm going to put 1.5 hours on the repair. Puts 3.5 on the replace. And we're going to say complete. Replaced transformer and repaired secondary. Add that. At that point, we're up to 10 hours of compensated time, and the crew is now due by these work rules another meal. Go pick up that meal. half hour by default. Next, no comment necessary. And now we're up to 11 hours total, 10 compensated, 1 non-compensated. And let's say at this point this crew gets called back in. So we can move on and take a look at a summary of what was installed. So this just shows us the line item by line item, or task by task as we called it, by phase code, and totals the values up here. We're satisfied with that. Go next, and here's all of our individuals. We validate that. A little concerned that we don't see the ST or the OTs there, so we just want to take a peek and make sure that's right. And yes, it's all under OT, so we're good with that. And we go on to our equipment. And this is our equipment indeed. It's all getting 10. And as we did in the beginning of the day, we can add equipment at the end of the day. We can inactivate equipment. If we go back to our people, we could have inactivated a person. We could have changed their time if they were only with us a part of the day, or we could add new individuals. So let's go ahead and get through this. So the final screen shows us a summary. So the first 3 days of the week we were on a Units job, and we got per diem and straight time for that. Then for the last 2 days we've been on storm. So it indicates that we got 10 today, 20 total overtime for the week. Here's our total hours for the week. If we go down, we have our equipment, and we can take a look at our timesheet for the day. So if we're required to send our timesheet off to the owner for review and approval, we can do so. And here we have all our individuals getting 10 hours of OT for the day, the equipment, and the breakdown on what we did. Weather data is not available. The weather data becomes available on the following mid-shift. The weather service runs, pulls that data in, and gives a nice summary of the weather information for that day. So if we ran this report again tomorrow, that would populate. So that concludes how we go ahead and get T&E time in on a Units job. Or on a T&E job, excuse me. It's very straightforward. It's complete, it's submitted, and it's to the general foreman for review and the project manager to approve, and then it goes to payroll. That's it.